Hey everyone, Kyle Lewis here from the Worship Keyboard Tutorial YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you some easy chords for the song Same God by Elevation Worship. Now this song is originally in the key of D flat, which is not an easy key for a lot of people. So we're going to play this in the key of C. So let's start with the verse. There's basically 4 chords to the verse. And what we want to try to do, instead of just hopping around from root position to root position, we want to try to see the relationship between each chord so that we can keep some of the notes the same and only move those notes that we need to get to the next chord. So we're going to start with our first chord, C. We have C, E, G, but we're going to take G and move it down here. So as long as I have those 3 notes of C, E, G, it doesn't matter where I play them, it's still a C chord. Now the next chord that we go to is F over C, or F/C. That means C is in the bass and I move to an F chord. My basic F chord is F, A, C. But notice C is the same note that I have in my C chord. So what I'm going to do when I'm going from my C chord is keep C the same and only move those notes that I need to get to my F chord. So if I move E up to F and G up to A, I get those notes of an F chord, F, A, C. Again, they can be in different order, it's still an F chord. So I have my C going to F over C. And then I go back to my C chord. My next chord is an A minor 7 chord, but if I play all of those notes, A, C, E, and G, and if I remove this note down here, separate it, I basically have a C chord with A in the bass. I had my C chord here in this position. I can still use it in that position. So I'm going to go from a C chord. All I do is move my bass note down to A to get that A minor 7. So I have the 4 notes, A, C, E, G. Different order, but still an A minor 7 chord. The last chord that I get to in the verse is an F2 chord. Okay, so my F2 chord, if I look in root position, is F, G, C. So if I'm here in my A minor chord, which is going to lead to my F2 chord, I already have C and G here. I don't need to move those. All I do is move E up to F, and I get those 3 notes of my F2 chord, F, G, C. Again, they're in different order, but as long as I have those 3 notes, F, G, C, it's an F2 chord. Okay, so let's hear all of those chords in order. A minor 7, just move the bass note down. Now I go to my F2 chord. Now let's hear it with the verse. I'm calling on the God of Jacob, whose love endures through generations. I know that you will keep your covenant. And that's basically all the chords for the verse. So now let's look at the chords. We have some of the same chords that we had. We have our C chord here, but we're going to play C now in our root position. We're going to move it up for a little bit of variety. So we're going to play C here. We have our A minor 7. That means I'm keeping C up here and only moving A down in the bass. Now I have my F2 chord again. Same notes, F, G, C. I can play them in any order and it's still an F2 chord. So now that I'm playing my C chord up here in root position, I have my C here, my G up here, there's my A minor 7, I'm only moving E up to F for my F2 chord. But now we have some chords in between, and the first chord that we have is G over B. That means I have B in the bass and a G chord in my right hand. G is the same in both chords, and if I take these 2 notes and move them down, I have a G chord. So now I have my B in the bass, and then I go to my A minor 7, that means I have my C chord up here. Watch what my right hand does. I'm just toggling back and forth between this C, G chord, back to C, while my left hand moves down. My next chord is a G sus. Here I have my A minor 7. If I only move E down to D, I get a G sus. So I have G, C, D, which is my G sus chord. Now I'm going to an F2 chord, which is here, okay? So my right hand, watch my right hand as I'm playing. Oh God, my God, I need you. Oh God, you have the chords for the chorus. So now we come to the bridge, and the bridge basically has all of the chords that we've already played. We're going to keep C in this position here. You heard your children then, you hear your children now. You are the same God, you are the same God. Now in the second and third part, we go down to that C over E. Let's listen to that. You answered prayers back then, and you will answer now. You are the same God. There's our C over E. You are the same God. You were providing then, you are providing now. You are the same God. You are the same God. Now at the end of bridge 2, there is a D minor 7 chord. Now D minor 7, like A minor 7, is like having a triad in your right hand with a different note in the bass. So if I look at the structure of D minor 7, I have D, F, A, C. So I'm going to separate that D in my left hand, and I'm left with an F chord here. So to play my D minor 7, I basically am playing an F chord. I'll play it in this position because that's where I come from my C chord, right here. And there you have all the chords for the bridge. Well, thanks for watching, and if you got some value out of this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing to this channel. And before you sign off, make sure to check out some of these other videos. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye.